he knows better, that he, even with the court, with the law, he's still responsible in front of God. He knows that because they are girls, and he knows he obligated to be responsible for them until they get married. By our belief, he's still responsible.
As far as your position on this case, is it correct that you were wanting the support for your younger child to remain the same, given how much time is left for her on the case?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, this was ruled, wow, a bunch of years ago. I don't know, 17, 18, 16 years ago. And I thought everything was taken care of. I thought it was unfair then, but I lived with it all these years. So I'm kind of surprised that there's any request for any changes now, especially the properties were addressed. She's
Okay,
received.
sir. I'm sorry, you're going way past the question. Okay, well, the state will flesh this out. But right now, just answer the question and stop. Thank you.
Yes, sir, will do.
And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, and what was the amount of child support ordered originally?
It is $1,350 per month.
Is that with the older child having emancipated, or was that the original amount for both kids?
So that's with the older child having emancipated. Initially, it was $1,687.50.
You do a calculation of what the current child support would be technically going forward, since with the one child remaining at this time.
Well, Your Honor, it's our understanding that the amount would actually go down, and I apologize, I misspoke. The parties had a modification in 2013, so after the divorce decree, which set these current amounts.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah.
The state calls Ms. Mabrouk. Ma'am, what is your full name?
My name is Nashwa Mabrouk.
And is it correct, ma'am, that you're the mother of the two girls mentioned in this case by Mr. Mabrouk?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you able to hear my opening statement to the court of the disagreements between the three of us?
Yes, ma'am.
And ma'am, was I correct in telling this court that your last order that set Mr. Mabrouk's support was the 2013 modification after your divorce decree?
Yes, ma'am.
And so, ma'am, since that modification in 2013, what has changed for your family?
First of all, I'm right now unemployed.
And ma'am, when we did the modification in 2013, Mr. Mabrouk was the person maintaining your daughter's health and dental coverage, correct?
Yes.
And he's still doing that today?
Yes, ma'am.
And then as far as his income, were you aware of him changing jobs or having a change in income?
Of course, there is no contact. I can know what his work, what his income. I can't, but I know he can support the kids, because even there are 18. He knows by our belief, he's still responsible for any.
Ma'am, stop, please. Order in the court.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, here's the deal, ma'am. Right now, I'm looking at ordering child support. I can only order child support for another technically 3 months. If the child is graduated from high school and is over the age of 18, child support stops in the state of Texas. I can order child support modification up until then. If the court finds there's been a change of circumstance and it warrants the modification, I can order that modification all the way back to start the first day of December. And that's the first day of the month after both of y'all were served with paperwork. But ma'am, any child support order I do, will only go through the 1st of June of this year.
As far as the properties that I mentioned in my opening statement, was I correct in letting the court know that that was something you were wanting considered now?
Yes, ma'am.
As far as you know, ma'am, how long has Mr. Mabrouk owned those properties?
Since we've been married.
And when you did a negotiation or a hearing in 2013 to change support, do you know if the properties or any income from them was considered?
I consider that it will give us more child support to able to live everything, getting expensive, and we didn't even ask him for $1 all our
Okay,
life.
okay, ma'am. Okay, if you don't know the answer to the question, just let us know you don't know. But the question was, when the last child support order was done and the income that was looked at as far as ordering the father to pay you child support, do you know whether or not that the income from the houses or the rental property was considered?
From the property is supposed to we own house, and the house together I supposed to have that house to refinance it, and they make like equity from this property to for this house, but he was so difficult, he didn't even let me refinance, and he get all this money in his interest, he took it back.
Okay, ma'am, but that again doesn't answer my question, but I'm gonna take it for other circumstances. You don't know one way or the other. My understanding is that you said that property was supposed to be yours by the court order, but you lost it and he took it back, right?
Yes, he took it back, and I lost everything because he wasn't even cooperating to give me the paper and to do the refinance, and it was very hard. I never
Okay,
talked to
okay,
him.
ma'am, real fast. Did you have a lawyer?
At that time I have, yes, two lawyers, even
Okay,
like
okay,
lawyer after lawyer.
okay,
Yeah.
just want to make sure.
Would you agree that there have been several times that Mr. Mabruk has been paid ahead, as in there's an excess amount of money received on the case?
No, he didn't pay anything ahead.
Okay. Anything else, ma'am, you wanted the court to consider?
This is what I was saying, is just he knows better that he, even with the court, with the law, he's still responsible in front of God. He knows that because they are girls, and he knows he obligated to be responsible for them until they get married. Because even girls, so he knows that, and I want to say that I know he's not going to pay anything, but I want to say that to be recorded with you in front of God, and he will be accountable for that later. It's just this is what he believe, I believe, but it's just this is what I want to say.
She had 11 years to find another source of income. She says we didn't ask him for $1 all of these years, but the man was paying you almost $1,700 a month, not to mention health and dental on both girls as well.
Like he's not even helping them with anything. Like my older one, after she worked hard in high school and she was getting good grade, and she begged him to help her to go to the college, he refused. He didn't help her at all, and I
Okay,
help
ma'am.
with everything. It's
All right,
just
ma'am.
we know
Ma'am,
him.
here's still, ma'am, stop, please. Ma'am, I get it. You're coming at this from a different angle than I'm allowed to come at this case with. My understanding is under your either under your cultural beliefs or your religious belief, the father is responsible for supporting daughters so long as until they're married. But unfortunately, under Texas law, child support is only due and payable until they turn 18 and then graduate from high school. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, that's what the law is for Texas. I know some states allow you order child support through college, but Texas is not one of them. So again, I cannot order child support past this coming June, based on if your youngest daughter graduates from high school in May, then the child support will have to end in June. The only thing I can modify the child support to, the state is saying right now in their calculations it would go down for the next couple of months, but again, I have not heard testimony of what the current properties the father owns, whether or not he's getting rental income from them, and what his income information is to verify that one way or the other. You know, it sounds like to me you're trying to get child support for a lot longer, and by law, ma'am, I can only give you child support for technically 3 more months of payments. 2 more months of payments, May and June 1. And then after June 1, by Texas law, child support stops. There's no way around that, ma'am.
You said May and June 1, like one. What that mean? Like 1 more month?
No, yeah, the first day of May and the first day of June, child support will be still due and owed in your case. But after that, it will cease.
Okay, I didn't mean here to get more child support. I'm just I wanna talk to give him a message, because we can talk and a lot of conflicts. So just I give him the message, that's it. But he wanna pay or he wanna support them, he can do it. He doesn't want to, he can do it still. That's fine. I just this is my main thing, to give the message in front of you, Judge, in front of God, in front of everybody.
All right, ma'am, again, I understand where you're coming from on this one, but again, right now, based on what I have here, ma'am, I'm looking at keeping the child support where it is and ordering it for the next 2 months. And by the very last order you gave, the court gave prior, it will end with that last child support on June the 1st as being court ordered child support. Anything he does above and beyond that is left up to him, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. All right, Ms. Bongard, again, I'm looking at, based on this information, just leaving the child support as is. And obviously, if the child graduates at the end of May and turns 18 in June, then the child support ceases in June, as of June the 1st. Anything else, Ms. Bongard?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you very much. Mr. and Ms. Brooke, thank you very much, ma'am, and sir. Good luck to both of you and your girls.
Look at the smile that was on his face when the judge told her he only had 3 months left. She had plenty of time to get things in order. You can't talk cultural standards in the court of law. The man supported his children and even paid early on some occasions. And what if the daughters don't get married? Is he obligated to support them forever? What do you think? Is this a fair ruling? Let me know in the comments below. If you made it this far, subscribe for more videos just like this one. And I'll see you next time.